The doctor is in, and today it's Geriatrician Dr. Chandini Sharma. She's here with us today to talk about when do you feel old? That is a very interesting question, and for everybody, it's probably different.
It is. And like we were taking the poll in the newsroom, everybody was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel old, but...
Well, you shouldn't, because you are not old.
Exactly, you
well,
know.
kind of like what we were touching on, like in the early 1900s, when the life expectancy itself was 40, more than half of this newsroom would not even be alive.
Right.
So it's kind of like, of course, dependent on life expectancy. But what else do you think it's dependent on?
I think it's a lot of factors. I mean, you can kind of look at somebody and in your mind you think they're old, but I think also at your age you depend. You know, when you're 15 years old, 30 seems old.
30 seems old.
But, you know, when you're 70, maybe 100 feels old.
Yeah. And
So-
then researchers found that when your gait speed or ambulation, when you're walking at a certain speed, we're not saying you're like a speed runner or a speed walker, but just walking at a certain speed, that kind of gives the other person watching and you the feel of how old you are. When you were 15, you would jump and literally like, right? You wouldn't even walk, you jump and whatever the hop skip that the kids do. But when we're older, we walk slower. But that's also, again, multiple factors go into it, but that's because our physical ability is restrained or limited, or we don't push it enough. I really believe in exercise and walking, or just some sort of exercise. January, I got COVID. I was quarantined or isolated in one room. I decided, well, what can I do? I could talk with people all over the world by WhatsApp, but also I walked 4 miles every day in one room.
Oh, wow.
So when people say, well, I don't have a place to go gym and this and that, it's like the weather's bad outside, you can walk 4 miles in one room. But gait speed, coming back to gait speed, it's like, that's something. And then like the gentleman there pointed out, it's also a mindset.
Right.
Because just this morning, a 99-year-old tells me, when I asked her the same question, when do you feel old? She's like, I should be doing more. I should be walking more, cooking more. She's right. If she could, why not?
You know, I've talked to some older people too, and you know, they're close to 100 years old, but then they look in the mirror and they see a 25-year-old, and they still feel it on the inside.
Right.
So I think age is a number. That's just what I think.
I agree, and it's just like mindset. So how old do you feel?
Right.
There are some who are like 40 and they're like, I'm over the hill. Well, yeah, you are, because you feel so from here. And exercise, the ability to perform for yourself or function on your own, and how.
Quickly, do you feel that when you talk to some of these older patients and stuff, those that feel younger may live longer too?
They do, because it is a number, age is a number, and it is mindset, and mindset leading to positive attitude. Positive attitude has led to longer life. Positive attitude has led to better outcomes even when they got sick. Positive attitude has led to better outcomes even when they had COVID and went to the hospital, were in the ICU. But when they had that thing like, I will get better, and come out positively, they did.
Less stress, better emotional health too.
Right.
All right. Dr. Sharma, thank you so much. If you have a question for Dr. Sharma or any of the doctors we have here on The Noon Show, just email it to us at noonshow@griffin.news.